8.
These 5 people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. Now we're asking whether you have the brains to join them. Hello and welcome to Are You an Egghead? Over the years, we've asked whether you have the brains to beat the Eggheads. Now we're asking whether you have the brains to join them. We've launched a nationwide search for the greatest quiz brain in Britain. And over the coming weeks, one of them will emerge as champion and win the ultimate prize for quiz show enthusiasts, a place on the most fearsome quiz team in history. So let's meet today's contestants, both hoping they've got what it takes to become an Egghead.
Hello, I'm Saeed Khan. I'm 44 and I'm from Birmingham.
Hi, I'm Jan Crompton, I'm 50 and I'm from Burscough in Lancashire.
OK then, welcome to you, Saeed, welcome to you, Jan. And what makes you think, Saeed, that you have got what it takes then to be an Egghead? What have you been up to quiz-wise?
Well, I've done the Master of Them All Mastermind. I've been on The Weakest Link, one of the very first episodes, and I won 5 times on 100%.
Very good. And Jan, you do a bit of question writing, don't you? A lot of question writing and verifying as well, which is all important.
That's right. Well, for about the past 15 or 20 years, I've been writing questions for programmes like Mastermind, University Challenge, and also some verifying as well, because I think the book stops with the verifier. So if a question's wrong and the verifier has said it's OK, then the axe falls, you know. So.
And do you do any quizzing yourself?
I do. I play for a team in the Ormskirk Division 1 of the Merseyside Quiz League and have played in that since the mid-80s. OK, then best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is where you need to prove that you could be an Egghead. Just like on Eggheads, you will compete over a series of different rounds where your knowledge will be tested on the regular Eggheads categories. So the first head-to-head battle will be on the subject of geography. And as normal, I'll ask each of you 3 multiple-choice questions on geography in turn. Whoever answers the most questions correctly, of course, wins the round. The prize for winning a round on Are You an Egghead is that you gain an extra brain for the final, and not just any old brain. Oh, no. One of these brains are 5 Eggheads. They will then try and help you out in the final round. Now, before the show, we tossed a coin, and as a result of that, Jan, you won the option of deciding whether you want to start first or second in this category. What's it to be?
I think I'll get it over with and go first.
Get it over with and go first. You mean by winning it early, yes?
No.
OK then, Jan, good luck, and good luck to you, Saeed. Here we go. First question to Jan. Jan, what is the most northerly state in Germany? Is it Schleswig-Holstein, Brandenburg or Saarland?
Well, I think I'm discounting Brandenburg. I think Schleswig-Holstein is up near Denmark somewhere, and Denmark's to the north of Germany. So I'll hazard Schleswig-Holstein.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say, isn't it, if you don't have your teeth in, right? Yeah. It's that one, yeah, it's the right answer. Schleswig-Holstein, the most northerly state in Germany. So a good start for Jan. Saeed, your first question. The official name of the Galapagos Islands includes that of which famous explorer? Is it Magellan, Balboa or Columbus?
Well, I don't know this one, but what I will suggest is I'll rule out Balboa. I don't know why, just on a whim. I don't know if Magellan went round there. I'm just thinking it could be Columbus, so I'll go for Columbus.
Columbus. Yes, it is Columbus. That's right. OK, Jan, second question, it's all square. Which Russian island is roughly 589 miles long and lies to the north of the Japanese island of Hokkaido? Is it Wrangel Island, Sakhalin or Russky Island?
Just wondering if Russky Island's made up. Anyway, so I'm going to discount that one, possibly wrongly. Wrangel Island, again, I haven't necessarily heard of. Sakhalin I have, and I know it's up that way somewhere, so I'll go with Sakhalin.
OK. Sakhalin is the correct answer. Yes, well done, Jan. And I'm sure your Ruski is an island. Yes, not made up. But anyway, you discounted it. OK, Saeed, second question to you. The Bouderie National Park, B-O-O-D-E-R-E-E, all one word. The Bouderie National Park is in the Jervis Bay territory of which country? Is it Australia, New Zealand or Jamaica?
I'm going to rule out Jamaica because it doesn't sound like it's a very Jamaican kind of name. It sounds to me more like an Aboriginal name, so on that basis I'm going to go for Australia.
Australia. Sounds like it should be. And it is, yes, Australia is correct. Both going very well, 2 each. Jan, third question. Which US state officially chose the California gull to be its state bird in 1955? Utah, Montana or Ohio?
Gull. I'll discount Utah for no good reason at all, really, and go for Montana.
Montana, the California gull. It's Utah.
Is it?
California didn't want it. Well, they got the bear or something, haven't they?
It's supposed to be one of the when the Mormons arrived there. This is one of the sort of great founding miracles. They had this plague of locusts, and along came the gulls and did the business.
Almost biblical.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
All right, there we are. And the reason why as well from the Eggheads, but it's Utah. You can win it, Saeed, if you get this. Which Indian city at the confluence of the Mula and Muta rivers has been called the Queen of the Deccan? Is it Lucknow, Patna or Pune?
Well, I think Lucknow is too far north. I don't think that's on the Deccan Plain. Patna, I know it's famous for its rice, but I think I'll go for Pune.
OK. Wins the round if you get it. And you have. Pune is correct. Congratulations, Saeed. You've won the round.
Thank you.
And Saeed, not only have you won the round, you've won the right to have first pick at the Eggheads. Putting them in your back pocket, so to speak, so they can help you out in the final round. That's the whole purpose of these head-to-heads. So which Egghead will it be? Any one of them you like?
I'd love to choose Judith, please.
OK. And why are you going for Judith, Saeed?
I think Judith just gives such consummately elegant answers to everything, so that's why I'm going for her.
And correct ones as well. So, elegance and quizzing ability, you're on Saeed's side in the final round. So as it stands, Saeed's got one Egghead with him, and Jan hasn't got any yet, but we've got plenty of rounds to play. And the next category is sport, and Saeed, as the winner of the previous round, you get to choose in this one. Do you want to go first or second?
I'd like to get it over with, so I'll go first, please.
OK then, Saeed, it's sport. You've elected to go first. You won the previous round. Here you go. Best of luck to you both. Saeed's question. Which rugby union team has won the Grand Slam in the Home International Championships, now known as the Six Nations, on the most occasions since it began in 1883? Is it England, France or Wales?
I have to admit, rugby's not my favourite game, and rather sort of unpatriotically, I'm going to rule out the two home nations, Wales and England, and go for France.
OK, right. I think the French, well, all good teams, all great records over the years. But it's England. It's England got the most Grand Slams. Who knows how many they amassed in the earlier days. Presumably they were preeminent when it all started, weren't they?
Yeah. So, well, France didn't join until about 1910, something like that.
I see. So a head start on the French then. Yeah. OK. I suppose that's why it was the Home International Championship to start with, the home nations. OK, well, there we go. Nothing for Saeed. So, first question for Jan. Jan, Great Britain basketball star Luol Deng joined which NBA team in 2004? Chicago Bulls, Utah Jazz or Miami Heat?
I have vaguely heard of him. I'm going to... one of my famous rule-outs again, I'll probably be wrong. I'm going to rule out the Chicago Bulls. I'll go for, because I like the name, Utah Jazz.
Good name, yeah. Utah appearing again in
Oh, yes.
question for you.
It's probably wrong then, as it was right last time.
It's wrong. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the one you ruled out,
Oh,
Chicago
no.
Bulls. You all then
I'm
joined.
going to stop ruling
joined
things
the
out.
Chicago
It's not
Bulls.
getting me anywhere, is it?
Rule nothing out, keep them all in. But you do have to go for one of them in the end. Chicago Bulls, it should have been so. Blanks for both of you on the first question, stays all square clearly. Saeed, second question to you. Which motorcyclist was the MotoGP World Champion in 2007? Was it Nicky Hayden, Valentino Rossi or Casey Stoner?
Well, considering I've heard of none of them at all, it's going to be a complete guess. And,
A very honest man with us there, Saeed.
well, yes,
You said you have a really close knowledge of them all, but...
I could have said that, but it would have been a complete lie. I'm just going to have to go down the middle and say Valentino Rossi.
OK, Valentino Rossi, was he the MotoGP World Champion in 2007, Eggheads?
Casey Stoner.
Casey Stoner, they chorused. Something they've all learnt together or something. We won't delve into how they all know.
See, Daphne's into bikes.
Yeah. OK, chance for you to take the lead, Jan. Nothing there for Saeed. So, Jan, who was the first black player to captain the Great Britain Rugby League team? Ellery Hanley, Clive Sullivan or Billy Boston? Now, do you know your rugby league, Jan?
I know about as much about rugby league as I know about boxing.
Right, well, we haven't got to boxing
And I
yet.
could write that on the back of a stamp with a thick felt tip, so I know not a lot. I'll go, as people often do, for the middle one, and I'll say Clive Sullivan.
Clive Sullivan. OK. Thought Ellery Hanley was too recent. But you didn't rule him out.
But it's him.
But you have now, because you've gone for Clive Sullivan. And it is Clive Sullivan. It's the right answer and puts you in the lead. So with an advantage. And you win the round if Saeed doesn't get this one. Saeed, which sport was voted out of the Olympics for London 2012? The modern pentathlon, baseball or archery?
I've got a feeling archery is definitely in because I heard something about one of the stadiums being used for the archery. It's not archery. I think baseball will be in there, whether it's a spectator sport or whatever they call it. So I think they've actually dismissed the modern pentathlon. That's the one I'll go for.
Modern pentathlon ruled out of London 2012. It's incorrect. It's baseball, and that rules you out of this round, I'm afraid, Saeed. Just the one correct answer required there from Jan, but congratulations, Jan, you've won. So baseball, does that mean it's in Eggheads in the 2008 Olympics?
Well, it must be if they voted it
If they voted it out, that's what I mean. I haven't noticed it in before.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, it's been in already.
Yeah. OK, well, congratulations to you, Jan. You've won that round. You've evened it up. And you can now choose an Egghead to help you out in the final round, should you need them. Judith is gone. Saeed's got her. One of the other four. Which one would you like?
I'm going to choose Kevin,
OK.
please.
Mark that down. Kevin for Jan. So, as it stands, Jan has gained an Egghead. That's Kevin to help in the final, and Saeed has Judith. And we move on now to our next category. This one is film and television. And Jan, you won the last round. You get to choose. Do you want to go first or second in this one?
I'll go first, please.
OK, then, it's film and television. Jan's kicking off in this one. And here's your first question then, Jan. Starting in 1937, which actor played the fictional character Andy Hardy in a long-running series of MGM films? Is it Cary Grant, Bob Hope or Mickey Rooney?
Well, before the choices came up, I was sort of thinking Mickey Rooney, because not sure who Andy Hardy is, but I think he might have been either a boy or a little bloke, and Mickey Rooney's small. So I'll go for Mickey Rooney on the basis of size.
On the basis of size, because he's small and Andy Hardy. It's the right answer. Whatever. Well done, Jan. And Andy Hardy. Chris, do you remember them? I don't remember them, but we know of them.
He was used to co-star with Judy Garland a lot, you know, saying squeaky clean American small-town teenager type stuff. let's put the show on here sort
That
of thing,
kind
you
of
know.
stuff. Oh, yeah. Mickey Rooney is correct. Let's just confirm that. So, Saeed's first question. Which actor was twice nominated for an Oscar for playing the role of King Henry II of England in 2 separate films? Choices are Richard Burton, Peter O'Toole or Richard Harris.
Well, they all are or were very renowned actors and very sort of serious. They did Shakespearean roles, that sort of thing. I don't think it was Richard Burton. I'll discount him for no real reason. Peter O'Toole, maybe not quite the gravitas to play Henry II, so I'll go for Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, twice Oscar nominated, you believe, for playing Henry II in 2 separate films. The answer is Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole. We need to shed some light on this then, Eggheads. 2 separate films. What were they?
The Lion in Winter. Beckett and The Lion in Winter.
Thomas of Becket. OK, he played King Henry in The Lion in Winter.
Yeah.
But that was with Catherine Hepburn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She won the Oscar, he didn't.
Ah, OK. Well, there we are. Peter O'Toole, to my knowledge, has never won an Oscar.
No, he hasn't. He's been nominated more than anybody else in the sense of having lots of nominations but not winning.
Right,
So
OK.
he's had eight nominations now unsuccessfully.
Hated that.
OK, well, great stuff. Thank you, Eggheads. And lead for you, Jan, and a chance to extend it with this one. Vincent D'Onofrio, who appears in Law and Order Criminal Intent, was married to which actress during the 1990s? Is it Greta Scacchi, Sherry Lungi, or Francesca Annis?
Oh, I haven't seen this series, and well, I was going to discount Sherry Lungi straight away. So on my past record, I'm actually going to go for her now.
OK, down the middle then.
Reverse psychology. Sherry Lungi.
Sherry Lungi. OK, Jan, Vincent D'Onofrio was married to Greta Scacchi in the 90s. So incorrect, and a chance for Saeed to catch up with this one then. Saeed, what was the title of Ron Howard's debut feature film as director in 1977? Grand Theft Auto, Half-Life or Tomb Raider?
Well, that's curious because they're all video games, but obviously there weren't video games in those days. 1977. If only my friend Tony were here, he'd know it straight away. I think I'm going to have to go for Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, Grand Theft Auto. If you get it right, you're all square again. And you have Grand Theft Auto is correct. Well done, Saeed. And as Saeed was saying there, video games, but 77 before all that, so it's all square. Jan, your question. Who was the writer of the award-winning TV drama Our Friends in the North? Is it Colin Brake, Peter Flannery or Paul Abbott?
I have to say, I don't think I've heard of Colin Brake particularly. I've definitely heard of Paul Abbott, and I've vaguely heard of Peter Flannery. I will go for... I'll pick Paul Abbott.
Paul Abbott, OK. On the basis you've heard of him. I'm just asking.
Yes. On the basis I'm not discounting him.
Yeah, well, on the basis you're not discounting him. You might have heard of him because he might have written Our Friends in the North. Unfortunately for you, he didn't. He didn't. He's written a lot of other things, including Shameless and things like that.
Clocking off.
But the creator, the writer of Our Friends in the North is Peter Flannery. Peter Flannery there. So a chance. Well, it's turned around a lot for you this round. Jan kicked off well and Saeed slipped up, but he can now win it. Saeed, who provides the voice of the character Chief Wiggum in the animated TV series The Simpsons? Oh, how CJ would love this, steeped as he is. Here are the choices. Dan Castellaneta, Hank Azaria or Harry Shearer. Are you a fan, Saeed?
I'm a big fan, and I know they all provide voices on The Simpsons, so I was hoping to see some unfamiliar names there. One of them's definitely Homer and Grandpa, and I think that one is Dan Castellaneta. I'm not sure. Hank Azaria. Wasn't Hank? One of them was also in that Spinal Tap film, and I'm just trying to think if it was him. I think it's going to be Hank Azaria.
OK, Hank Azaria. You are a fan. Has he qualified CJ, as a bona fide fan with that?
Oh, anybody who watches The Simpsons is a fan. You can't really watch it and not be a fan. You either love it or loathe it.
But the knowledge there coming through, it's the right answer, Hank Azaria, which means congratulations to you, Saeed. You've won the round. That's real ding-dong stuff then. Means, Saeed, you get your second Egghead. You can choose from Chris, Daphne or CJ.
I think I'll go for the other lady on the panel. I'll go for Daphne, if I may, please.
Oh, very nicely balanced team there then, OK. So, as it stands now, Saeed has 2 Eggheads to help him out, should he need them, Judith and Daphne, and Jan has Kevin on her side. And we move on to our next category today. This one is music. And Saeed, you won the last round. Do you want to go first or second in this one?
I would like to go first, please, don't.
OK, Saeed, you're to kick off in this music round. First question. Who conducted the famous Three Tenors concert in Rome in 1990? Is it Riccardo Muti, Zubin Mehta or Claudio Abbado?
That last one I actually do know, because I remember the concert very well and bought the CD and played it to death. And the conductor, very talented chap, is Zubin Mehta.
OK. Who conducted the famous Three Tenors concert in Rome in 1990? Zubin Mehta, you think you know it. It's the right answer. Well done. Good start for you, Saeed. OK, Jan, who formed the group The Jazz Messengers in the 1950s? Is it Charlie Parker, Art Blakey or Miles Davis?
Well, Charlie Parker, he's Charlie Bird Parker, isn't he? I haven't necessarily heard of him forming a group, though I passed record today, that means nothing at all. Miles Davis, I've read a bit about, and again, Jazz Messenger doesn't ring a bell. So I'll go for Art Blakey.
Art Blakey. Who's the jazz fans on the Egghead side? Anybody?
I don't know if we've actually got any fans as such,
No.
but it's OK. I mean, it's right anyway. It is Art Blakey. Yeah.
Art Blakey. Well done.
I hate
Jan,
jazz.
you surprised yourself. OK then, Saeed. The ballet Dances at a Gathering was choreographed by Jerome Robbins using the piano music of which composer? Rachmaninoff, Chopin or Schubert?
It could be any of them. They all wrote such beautiful music for piano. Just trying to think, can you dance to Chopin? Or is that even a criterion? Or Schubert, in fact. So I don't know. I think I'll go for Rachmaninoff.
OK, Rachmaninoff. You think the influences behind Dances at a Gathering? It's incorrect. An Egghead, anyone know?
Well, I've said Chopin, but I don't know it.
Yeah, it is Chopin. Chopin, piano music underlying Dances at a Gathering. So, a chance for Jan. Jan, Simple Minds took their name from a line in which David Bowie song? Is it Gene Genie, Life on Mars or Diamond Dogs?
I'll say Gene Genie, but I have a feeling it might be Diamond Dogs, but I'll say Gene Genie.
Right. To confirm you're going for the Gene
Yes.
Genie. OK,
Yeah.
it might be Diamond Dogs, but you can't remember that. Probably yes. Yeah, actually, you know, when you said that, I was thinking, yes, humming them. Diamond Dogs is the one that doesn't come as readily to mind, does it? Which is lucky for you because it is the Gene Genie. You've got it, and you've got the lead, and 2 chances in these next 2 questions to win the round, to clinch the round, because if Saeed doesn't get this, you've won, and even if he does, you can win it with your 3rd question. So, Saeed, to you. Which early film star features in the title of a Katie Melua song from her album Pictures? Is it Louise Brooks, Clara Bow or Mary Pickford?
Oh, gosh, all early film stars again. So I know Louise Brooks is famous for her short black bob. Clara Bow, wasn't she the It Girl? Mary Pickford obviously started off one of the studios. I think it was United Artists, something like that. So I think because it's probably the easiest to rhyme with, I'll go for Clara Bow.
OK, Clara Bow. I see, yeah, lots of rhymes there, of course. It's not Clara Bow. It is any Egghead know.
Mary Pickford.
Mary Pickford used to eat roses.
That's right.
Not sure she did or not, but made a good song for Katie Melua. And it makes very good news for you, Jan. Congratulations to you. You've won the round. Won the round, and gets even better. You can have Chris or CJ to join you for the final round. Who would it be?
I'll have Chris, I think, please.
So at this point, Saeed has Judith and Daphne to back him up in the final round, and Jan has Kevin and Chris, and we play our last head-to-head before that final round. And this today is history. And Jan, you won the last round. Do you want to go first or second in history?
History. First, please.
Jan, who was proclaimed emperor by the Roman army at York in 306 on the death of his father? Is it Constantine I, Diocletian, or Valerian?
Roman emperors and dates just don't link themselves in my brain. But York, I seem to have a memory of somebody being crowned in York, which is probably because it is a fact. So I think Constantine I.
Hail the emperor. They said in 306 in York. Which emperor was it? Constantine I. It's the right answer. Big sigh of relief for you, Jan. OK, Saeed, what was the name of the Queen Consort of William IV? Is it Adelaide, Charlotte, or Alexandra?
This is where I could do with Judith links. I think Charlotte was James II's wife, I'm not sure. Alexandra was Edward VII's wife, so I'm going to go for Adelaide.
OK. Queen Consort of William IV, Eggheads?
Adelaide. Yep.
Adelaide, yep, it's the right answer. Well done, a good start for you both. Jan, second question. In 1808, Napoleon Bonaparte chose which of his brothers to be King of Spain? Was it Jerome, Louis, or Joseph?
I think they all ruled somewhere, didn't they? I'll pick Joseph.
OK, Joseph. Is it a good name for a King of Spain? Napoleon thought so. It's the right answer. Yes, well done, Joseph. So 2 out of 2 for you. Saeed. Which Anglo-Saxon kingdom was formed by the merging of Bernicia and Dara in the 7th century? Is it Mercia, Wessex, or Northumbria?
Bernicia and Dara. Well, they sound almost like Celtic kind of names, and just trying to think. Again, that doesn't sort of narrow anything down at all. I'll rule out Mercia, I think. I'm going to go for Northumbria.
OK, ruled out Mercia. And then Wessex, and ended up with Northumbria. And with the right answer too. Well done, Saeed.
Thanks.
All right, still all square then. Let's see if this sorts a winner out of this round. Jan, which civil engineer did the poet Southey call the Colossus of Rhodes? John McAdam, James Brindley, or Thomas Telford? And we're talking ROADS, obviously. Yeah. just to be absolutely clear on that one.
Well, I think James Brindley was well known for canals rather than roads. So we'll get rid of him. John McAdam is as in tar macadam. And of course, Thomas Telford was a major road builder. So if I was going to call somebody the Colossus of Rhodes, I would apply it to Thomas Telford. So I think it should be him.
Let's call for the transport egghead, Mr. Chris.
Yep.
Telford.
Yeah, built Watling Street, built the Menai Suspension Bridge, and a lot of other roads all over the place.
Well, there we are, the Colossus of Rhodes. Thomas Telford, correct, Jan. And if it stays like that, 3-2 after this question to Saeed, you've taken the round. But Saeed will try and prevent that. Here we go. Saeed, in 1918, which French general was appointed supreme commander of the Allied armies on the Western Front? Was it Pétain, Foch, or Joffre?
I think they tend to name roads and places after people in France. And I haven't heard of that many places or road names after Pétain and Joffre. So I think it might have been Maréchal Foch.
Maréchal Foch.
That's what I'll go for.
Avenue Foch all over the place.
Yes, yes.
OK, well, you've gone for it. Foch. And there's a reason, isn't there, why, I mean, Pétain was a great hero of the First World War, but it's what he did in the Second World War, wasn't
he headed the Vichy collaborationist regime, yeah.
So not too many Avenue Pétain around.
Sure.
Sure.
Cancelled the Avenue Pétain.
Changed. It is